All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate the love and support. Let's talk about some NFL. Definitely ain't no NBA to talk about. All the games have been whack Arnold so far. And it's up to AD, LeBron, and Paul George and Kawhi to save the day. But might have went under the radar is that Ben Roethlisberger announced his return on Twitter. The screenshot will come up real soon. Despite every offseason, he always, kind of contemplates retirement. And I understand the preparation to get ready for football is not easy. Now, it looked like he done blown up a lot in weight while rehabbing injuries because he's been out since like early in the season. But, like I said before, for somebody to be doing it for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, a 20-year career, people don't understand the grind of the offseason, the grind of trying to find out rest and when should you get the offseason training, the lifting the weights, the taking the blows, the practice, the mental reps. You know what I'm saying? I done talked to a lot of former NFL players, man, and it ain't easy, man. The average lifespan in NFL is like 2 seasons or even if that. But he says, P.S. contrary to recent reports out there about my football future and my uncertainty about playing again, I am working hard and am more determined than ever to come back stronger and better than ever next year. So he's coming. Right now he says he's coming back. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, he don't try to rehab an injury and during the offseason to wait till after the draft and say, oh, I couldn't do it. I ain't coming back, because then that would mess it up for the Steelers. But I think Steelers at a point where they need to draft a quarterback or they need to find a quarterback of the future. I mean, you got guys like Josh Rosen out there. And really, it's nothing really else, out there off the top of the dome. I mean, could they entice, Andrew Luck to come back? I know the Raiders, that's something they was looking at. The Raiders might move on from Derek Carr. Maybe they look at Derek Carr as a bridge guy or a temporary bridge. But they definitely need to find a new quarterback. I like the guy from, I think, Utah State. He a good quarterback as well. And find them a developmental quarterback that's kind of close, but that's too far off. But you know what? At the end of the day, Ben Roethlisberger ain't got no point to prove to come back. I believe he won 2 Super Bowls, one in Detroit, the Jerome Bettis comeback year, and then he won another in Arizona, the Santonio Holmes catch. So he ain't got really nothing to prove, man. You know what I'm saying? But he do got money to make. They just gave him a big extension, and that's the best motivator is money, especially when you're at the end of your career and your primary source of income, NFL not going to be there. Why not? Get as much money as you can. He probably invested his money in real estate and other business ventures, but it's nothing like getting money for doing something you absolutely love. So I understand that, man. He probably got a point to prove. He see Brady, he see Rodgers, he see Breeze and Brady in particular going strong. He want to prove a point. But let's talk about Marshawn Lynch. Yesterday, Marshawn Lynch pulled up in his DAZN shirt and a whole bunch of Skittles to sign his contract with the Seattle Seahawks. They bring him back in a 23rd and a half hour after a few of their running backs go down, Chris Carson and a few other guys that went down for them. And I'm surprised, and Rashad Penny, and I'm surprised that the Seahawks ain't really, looked at to kind of draft another running back pretty high, because Rashad Penny didn't look good last year. He started to catch on at the end, and then at some point this year he started to catch on. But they bring Beast Mode back, and I think Robert Turbin, a former Seattle Seahawk, they bring him back. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, he could have been training hard all year, but I don't think he's going to make a difference. They said he's been staying in shape, but it's hard to get in football shape. No matter what you're doing, only way you can get in football shape is being in shape. You know what I'm saying? You go run all the miles, you can lift all the weights, but it's nothing like they're getting out there exchanging the pads, doing the dummy drills and doing the sleigh drills and actually going out there taking the blows and hardening your body. But he's been doing this for a long time. He'll be fresh, but I think any Seattle Seahawks chances of winning the championship is going out the window. Too many injuries, too many young receivers. They don't have a number one receiver. Offensive line really ain't that good. And I don't think it's nothing at this point Beast Mode can cover up all that. Or Russell Wilson. Defense still a little shaky. So they got a little bit to do. I mean, I got to find a number one receiver. I think that's key. They got to find a good tight end. That's key. They got to get better on defense and fill the holes where they lost with Richard Sherman. They lost with Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas. And another good year draft for them. They draft well. They'll be all right. But hopefully Marshawn Lynch go out there and just be a beast and do all he can because I'm a huge Marshawn Lynch fan, and people don't understand why he don't talk to the media, because the media in Buffalo, they misquoted him, and now ever since then he don't talk to the media. But I don't think Seattle got a chance. I mean, whoever plays Seattle in the first round, more than likely they'll be a wild card team. I believe that they probably get the victory. I think Seattle is probably the weakest link in the NFC right now, not including Philadelphia or Dallas. But we'll see. I could be wrong. You can't never count out the mental giant in Russell Wilson, but we'll see. I think they play the 49ers Sunday or something like that. Sunday night, I think I flexed in, so we'll see. Roethlisberger coming back next year. Marshawn Lynch coming back this week versus the 49ers. Don't forget to check out our NFL playlist, NFL Talk. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation? The link to the description. Best way to donate, share the video. Hopefully everybody having the safe holidays. Happy holidays from your boy CJ Goodfellow. One time for the one time. Goodfellow Sports TV. We gone.